St. Brown came back from injury. Tyler, right now, Goff's telepathy, chemistry with St. Brown. I mean, I go back to my Green Bay beat days. It's kind of like Favre with Sharp, Favre with Antonio Freeman, Rodgers with Jordy Nelson, Rodgers with Devontae Adams. They are just, they are so as one. St. Brown had, how many catches did he have? He got targeted 15 times, caught 12 for 124 coming off injury. He's got great hands. He's always open. Um, Tampa Bay's got a really good defense, and their secondary was back intact in this game. Didn't make much difference. St. Brown is a stud. Josh Reynolds. I mean, the Rams get rid of him. Goff tells the team to sign him, to get him on waivers or a veteran free agent. I can't remember which. He's just been open a lot. Goff throws a ball behind him. He makes the catch. He's playing really well. Sign of toughness, Marvin Jones. He's been in the league about 10 years, right? Detroit, and then where did he go, Tyler? Houston? I can't remember. They use him to come in and crack back on Levante David one-on-one on a toss sweep out on his side. He goes in and does it and gets the job done. A 10-year wide receiver. You can't ask 10-year wideout to do it. Dan Campbell can. Randall L. can, the wide receiver coach. Anything else? All right, now Jamison Williams. It was his second game in the regular season. He played 16 snaps this week. Caught a 45-yard touchdown pass with the safety, Ryan Neal, all over him. It was a great catch. You probably saw that on the highlights. Neal had a hand in there. This was on 3rd and 10. Kind of a basket catch falling down in the end zone. It was a great play by Jamison Williams. He's dropped a lot of balls. I think there's all kinds of questions whether the guy is ever really going to be a pro, ever really going to be run tight routes in a system. But on this one moment, it was a wonderful play, and it really clinched this 20-6 victory.
Some would say he was inspired by the Ty and Bob pod, correct? He was listening to Bob McGinn's take on himself and said, I will show him. It just seems like the Lions make all of those little hustle plays that when you add them up, it's why you're 5-1. It's why the Detroit Lions are Super Bowl contenders. Let's just say it. They are on the same level as San Francisco, as Philadelphia, Dallas, throw whoever you want in the NFC. I think the Lions are playing better than anybody. That's why I picked them to get to the Super Bowl and play Jacksonville. But they make these little hustle plays, Bob, that are the total difference. You just don't see other teams make with this kind of consistency. You know, the 3rd and 13 touchdown that we could watch a million times over to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Craig Reynolds just crushes Carlton Davis. I mean, the block is unbelievably impressive, but so they're at like the 27.5-yard line. Amon-Ra catches it at his 20, and he's immediately met by $3. Like, if you just screenshot it, there's no way he should get out of that jam. But he loops back to his own 24. Like, the geometry, I guess you'd call it, of this play, it's like Amon-Ra St. Brown is looking at it from high above and sees exactly, okay, if I loop back 4 yards, then I have a chance to get to the sideline and beat all of these guys. And it also, by him doing that, it gives Craig Reynolds a shot to just absolutely beeline and take out Carlton Davis, which is football in a nutshell right there. Just a beautiful sight. But I think you also have to give Amon-Ra St. Brown credit for then beating Antoine Winfield to the pylon. So he scores that. So many little plays. So that puts Detroit up 10-3. There's a minute, 8 seconds left in the half. 3rd and 5, near midfield. I don't know if you caught that. I mean, this quick screen to Trey Palmer, it looks like you're probably going to touch on it here when we get to Detroit's defense. But, I mean, if they hit him, he's gone. Like, he at least gets a first down, probably a hell of a lot more and Julian Okwara sniffs it out. He sees a lineman bailing. I think Chris Godwin's bailing. They're building up this wall for the wide receiver quick screen, sticks an arm out, bats it down. Just a huge play there. Josh Reynolds catching a 3rd and 10 behind him. Craig Reynolds at 3rd and 4, that little receiver screen, just a lineman and receivers all blocking out there for him. And then Goff and Amon Ross. What can you say? I think four 3rd down conversions between those two, I think.
So. Yeah.
The 3rd and 4, when it's 10-6, there's barely a window there. I mean, the Bucs are playing coverage. They're sitting back, and he just fits it between Davis and Jamel Dean. So it takes that accuracy from Goff and then the toughness from St. Brown, knowing you're going to get crunched potentially to make that catch. Khalif Raymond had another play. All these guys, and it's usually the receivers doing stuff you don't see receivers do on other teams, right?
Yep.
They make all of the little plays that add up, and that was the difference in this game, especially from that receiver group, where it's a 26 game. It easily could have been nip and tuck down to the 4th quarter if you're not getting a block here, a big catch there. Pound for pound, they are just tough as nails.